In our book, Steve is a main character that tends to get into trouble by association, like James King. During our book, he is in the court system because he is accused of murder and robbery. If Steve were one of your students prior to the trial, how would how would you work with Steve to make him better?
Sounds like Steve's hanging around with the wrong crowd. Would that be accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and guilt by association is, I mean, it's real. The people that you tend to hang around with certainly have an influence on you, and I think one of the things Steve probably needs to do is to find a more positive group of people to influence him. Athletics activities are a great way to do that, so maybe get him to join something.
Alrighty. Like what Brandon said, the main character Steve has been accused of murder and persuaded that he is innocent. Has there been a student that got in huge trouble at school that might resemble Steve?
Here in Hayworth, we don't have students who get into trouble that is that significant. I've had a student at a former school shoot and kill another student, and that's a pretty miserable event. But you hear about things at other schools, you know, you hear about them in the news, and it happens.
Okay, so a kid like Steve could have voided the solution in court had he be given help. What kind of help could principals give students like Steve?
In court?
Yep.
I have been asked to provide character reference for students in the past. Sometimes, usually that's in writing. So I'll write a letter and describe what a student has done, you know, positive things, and I think that's been helpful.
Right, in our book, the judge plays a minor role in terms of speaking, but a major role when it comes to making a guilty or not guilty verdict. What steps do you take to make your verdict in your job?
In my job, I'm the prosecuting attorney, I'm the defense attorney, I'm the jury, I'm the judge, and you know, in the end, sometimes I'm the probation officer or the jailer. So I have to do all those things. I try to make sure that, especially in serious cases, I do a good job of investigating and talking to witnesses. I certainly will go back and review video when we have it to make sure that I get the story straight. But what happens is very often I find that the truth is somewhere between what you tell me and somewhere between what you tell me. And that doesn't mean that people who come to me necessarily lie, but they see events from a different perspective and they recall things differently. And so I try to figure out where the truth lies.
Throughout the text, Steve's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Harmon, still believe that he is innocent. Although they have to sit through this trial and this prospector calls him monster over and over. As a parent, how would you feel in this situation? As a principal, how would you feel in this situation?
I'd feel horrible. That's your child, and I feel horrible when it's my students. But I also understand that one of the jobs of an attorney is to win a case, and I can understand that this attorney was trying to win his case by painting Steve as a monster. Was it effective? No?
No, it wasn't.
Good.
Right, yes. Sorry, Steve experiences some flashback moments relating to his school. There was a time in Steve's life that he was successful in school. Unfortunately, it was his poor choices that led him into court. Have you ever encountered a student who was on the wrong path but changed his or her ways in a positive way? Could you please explain?
I have. when we're able to get students to kind of turn around, it's really a rewarding experience. It's difficult and it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of people to be involved in a person's life to help them out. It's never just me. It's me. It's Mrs. Billingsley. It's teachers. Sometimes it's youth ministers. Parents play a big role. So it happens.
Okay. You heard a lot about our topic. Do you have anything else to add that could add to our discussion?
Yeah, don't become Steve. I think I think you really have hit on a lot of great points. The peer group that you hang around with, having support from other people. I think those are all great. So you've done a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, thank you.
Well,
Thank
Let's stay in discussion.